Welcome back to Channel C1. I'm DeMichael Jamal.
Yeah, it's Cam King.
Today we're watching episode 5 of Andor.
The axe forgets.
It do.
Somebody gonna get axed?
Probably.
A question?
Maybe. Oh, you ain't think about asking questions. Yeah, right. That's why you gotta think for all angles, guys.
Asking all these questions.
We really like this show. I know it seems like no one's really talking about it because there's no lightsabers or force wielding. It's up there with Mandalorian. We have to see it through its completion, but I think it probably end up being better than Mandalorian, just as far as execution.
We say that, and then the Mandalorian season 3 drops next February or whatever, and we're gonna be like,
right. Whoa! I mean, it's hard to top Baby Yoda, you know.
Honestly, it's hard to top that scene when he comes in with the dark saber in Boba Fett.
That was so beautiful. Even though it wasn't Mandalorian, it's just it just elevated the character to do new heights.
Complete elevation.
But this show is elevating Andor for sure, and every character in it is.
Yeah, I remember when they first announced they did this show, and I was like, "What?" Nobody cares about that.
I was like, "Okay."
Nobody cares about that. It's like, you know what? I do care.
Even me, a person who didn't remember that he dies in Rogue One. But after that first trailer, I was like, ooh.
And the first two episodes have been good. Let's get into it. And any predictions?
I don't think anybody dies. I feel like we'll definitely get introduced to a few new characters. As far as like deaths, or I feel like them breaking into that base or whatever they're doing on that planet where he met those new people. Andor met those two people. It might not go as planned.
I don't know if they're going to do it this episode. I feel like it might be next episode they break into it. We'll see.
I feel like we might meet Saw Gerrera.
I feel like we might meet Saw Gerrera after they break into the base.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
That's my prediction. But
wouldn't you rather give it all at once?
Yes.
Levin, this incident on Ferrix. Corporates.
I love those scenes.
See, boss of the year right here.
Yeah.
What do you mean buying?
Apparently, people didn't like her acting. I saw some people complain about her. And I feel like anytime a woman yells, people just get offended.
I can't. When the writing's good.
Lieutenant Gordon.
Who is he?
He's Clem. He's here. That's all that matters.
We're wasting days.
They may have more of a problem with her character than her actual acting.
That's what I think. I think people sometimes have issues with the characters.
Yeah.
And not the actual acting.
Yeah.
What we need to know is, are you in all the way?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Are ya?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Are you in all the way?
Let's get I can't feel you. The music is like a hint of what we're getting in the episode.
Every time, it's just such a treat.
So this episode is going to be maybe a little slower pace.
I feel like it's got a spy vibe to this episode.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be some sneakiness they have to
espionage.
Yeah.
Andor. Castle Andor.
This guy. I like the fact that they're giving him some extra attention rather than just making him the early villain that he has to beat, that Andor has to beat.
What, are you having PTSD? What's going on with you, bro?
You're
alive.
I feel like
You're
he
right,
attached
man.
a lot of his self-worth to his job, and now that he doesn't have it.
Yes, you're slouching.
Slap him again. That's
A
a cereal box?
That's what I was like, what?
That's a lame ass cereal box. It's not, it's got a nice design though. It's just so little.
You might as well wear a sign that says, I promise to disappoint you.
I mean, mama dropping facts.
Right.
And we couldn't have seen more of each other when you were flourishing. I'd have the memory to sustain me.
You could have come anytime you wanted.
Any civilized being knows an open invitation is no invitation at all.
Yeah.
Calling in the family favor.
Haven't heard that in a while.
These are desperate times.
You're assuming...
And call for desperate measures.
What is it you'll be asking for?
Someone who'll take you on, Cyril.
Setting the bar high, are we?
What's best?
You can definitely see how the way his mom has influenced the way he is.
Yeah. Did you wake up late, or?
Nah, I feel like they would have woke him up.
It's all there. Bill asked me to have a look.
Oh, come on, bro.
They built a lot of cages, huh? The axe forgets, but the tree remembers.
Ah.
Title of the show. For this episode.
That's a good little metaphor for the Empire versus the people that they terrorize.
Without him, there's no plan.
He could be walking us right into a trap.
They would have taken us down by now.
Yeah, they ain't got shit over here.
Right.
Go, you're off the hook. Enjoying this? The point is, we have a schedule. The driver's waiting. I've planned.
A schedule?
So appreciate the support.
What a happy family.
Yeah, I understand both perspectives, I suppose. But the daughter is a bitch, a little bit.
Out of line, just a little bit.
But how can you expect the kid to be the bigger person in that situation?
Tray milk.
Ew.
You can live on it. You may.
Yeah, but not enjoy life on
May
it.
question my existence after a few days.
I'd like to hear what Clem believes.
That's not his name.
I know what I'm against. Everything else will have to wait.
You're my ideal reader.
Now you've done it.
I haven't titled it yet. I've been waiting. It's a work in progress, and I know that there's
Oh God!
Bitch, I don't wanna read this shit right
I was
now.
with you for a little bit. I'm not trying to read that
two
book.
basic facts expanded
Clem?
to be continued.
No,
No,
that's the end.
I'll pilot.
No, you'll do as you're told.
I'm flying it. We can say it's your idea. I don't care, but if it's my ass on the line, I'm pulling this thing out of there.
Yeah, bitch.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
That might have made him like trust him a little bit more, because he gotta like shit on him a little bit.
It's
like y'all dumb as fuck.
What the fuck?
Y'all this dumb, huh?
Y'all didn't
don't-
defibrillator on the foot.
Yeah, wait, what the goddamn?
That's simple first grade
You don't know
stuff.
about the nuts on the bolts.
Come on now.
Got it.
Oh damn.
Something about to happen.
Target practice.
He really getting in the character.
I'll be back in an hour. This had better be well on its way, or I promise you, I'll be revisiting the schedule for winter furloughs.
The schedule.
Schedule. The schedule.
Find out if you've been paying attention. Form up.
Imperial bad boys.
Wait, this is back on the old planet.
Yeah.
That was a good transition. You walk like a soldier.
Am I?
Right-handed.
Taramin?
Right.
Center?
Right.
Namek?
Favors right, but shoots left.
Very observable.
Fine. Let's switch.
Any other suggestions?
You got some
Why don't you suck my dick?
TIE fighters coming in.
Oh. Oh. Oh God, no.
Gone.
I don't think so.
Well, I'll be. Oh no.
God damn, he threw that, close
shit
on
was
purpose.
scary. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, doggy.
Stop.
Nisha.
Nate. It's hard.
Ain't no thing hard.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm just moving your stuff.
Stop touching people's stuff.
Hey,
Relax, bro.
dress yourself.
You jealous, man? You jealous? Yeah.
Bitch.
Hey, stop moving in on people, girl, man.
What did I miss while I was gone?
The Finkley conference.
That face.
Never climb the same fence twice. It's too random to be random.
Too random to be random.
2 more files each.
She's similar to Cyril Karn, the first officer, except she's a little more smarter than him because she's a little more in a higher position. Like she's impulsive, but in a calculated way, unlike him. Ew. You got a waterfall, bro.
It's like they kissed.
Yeah. This waterfall. Look, she's standing right in between. That's her girlfriend for sure.
Focus, Clem.
Damn, he didn't do nothing.
Right,
he didn't even do nothing. Damn. Dang.
Oh, man.
He can't do nothing.
No, he can't,
See?
bruh.
He probably wasn't even thinking about it yet. Well, he might have been thinking, but he ain't shown no true interest. And now you making him even more interested by cock blocking.
He didn't tell you how wrong you were about Uncle Harlow.
They still...
Yes, I heard some of that.
Our conversation.
Your side of it, hard to miss. To study Uncle Harlow's response.
He knows how much we're counting on it.
This Uncle Harlow. He really stressed out. Anytime she mentions his name.
I prepared a reduced schedule for tomorrow.
Stop.
It's unnecessary.
And now, I see the gantry still unpainted.
I've spoken to them about it.
Y'all really didn't paint the gantry yet?
How dare you not paint the gantry?
I want it painted the day after tomorrow. I'll be here midday and I expect to see it shine.
Absolutely, sir.
Make sure the men know how close.
Wait a minute. Isn't they about to blow it up before?
Well, they're gonna steal the ship, but
They're
I think
still...
you see reduced roster, right?
Right. And now he's happy about that. He had a little smirk.
Yeah, go up there, everybody,
Yeah.
so we can sneak in the motherfucker.
Right.
Don't move.
Come on, bro.
There we go. I knew it.
Andor, fuck you up.
Of course I'm afraid. But there's a difference between fear and losing your nerve.
Very true.
Make a choice. Don't use me as an excuse.
Yeah. Bitch.
Let's get to the camp in one piece. You can all chew on it there. All of you.
All of them chew on what?
These nuts.
Nut chewer.
It was Coruscant.
They really make the most of the time in this show because it does not feel like 46 minutes.
Oh, didn't think you'd be interested.
Why is that?
Because you're never interested.
Cloris.
Sir. Do you mind taking the expressway?
Yes, sir.
It's interesting. From their daughter's perspective, she's the more like closed off one and like out of touch one. But in reality, he's like the one who's
They're probably both fucked up in their own ways, though.
But he's definitely more like just used to being rich and like not focused on the problems of other people. He's just focused on his daughter and his life.
Should do. I've had plenty of time to study. We've been sneaking up here for months.
We need to signal soon. Let's get a fire up. Let's go.
I'm very curious what's about to happen with him.
They do a really good job.
Is he gonna join the Imperials or like?
I feel like he might be the one that like changes sides at the end.
He's gonna go hunt him down.
But once they actually meet and be able to talk for real without the threat of one of them dying, because Andor had him, you know, held to gunpoint the first time they met, I feel like Andor might sway him.
Okay, that should do it.
He's still swinging the motherfucking thing. Put it down.
You couldn't fight him. He couldn't bear it, so he went in a boat and filled his pockets with stones.
Well, he killed himself.
Damn.
But I mean, Empire's fault.
I need to hear you tell me you can follow the plan.
You won't have a problem with me.
Uh-oh. Foreshadowing. The young guy's gonna fuck up. Oh, there we go. Notice them rings. Our favorite character.
I thought you were turning it off.
I was just going to.
You said that an hour ago.
Am I keeping you up? 'Cause I don't want to be late. 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 '
There's nothing coming through tonight. You want to be useful? Go clean some coins.
All right, bitch. He was so fucking mad. He was so mad. They probably haven't even seen Rogue One.
He probably dies.
Yeah, I would imagine. Good stuff. Good stuff. They give you a lot of good character moments.
Yeah, that was a solid episode. Obviously not action packed, but lots of character development.
That was another setup for what they're about to do, and so we can they set up moments for us to call back to when something happens during the mission.
Yep, they did. They sure did.
But the way they close out the episodes with that music, especially when they like went back to Karn and like. It's always so like dramatic. It really creates some suspense.
Great job. Interesting. Yeah, it's just a solid show. It's pretty good.
It's good.
I'm sure there are people who call that episode boring, but to me, I love the interactions between characters.
It's just they give you so much foundation for all the characters that like. It's one of because since most of these characters probably die, we won't see them again. But it's one of those things that if we were to see one of these characters pop up again in a different show or a different movie, we'd be like, oh shit, because they're making us care about every character. Like the next time, because I feel like Karn's gonna meet Andor again. The next time they meet is gonna be just a very like tense moment. I feel like, or like tense, yeah. So it's just
I'm really curious what he's doing, where he's gonna be. Like, what's his next move?
Right, him, and then the woman at the Empire that's dressed in white. What her plan is gonna be?
Oh, you mean
not Mothma? The other one, the blonde one. Is gonna be interesting. Also, like the character that's working with Luthen at like the antique store.
Here's
like,
the thing:
what she's got? What does she have on?
What I noticed. You're not just getting villains in this story. Like, the Empire is bad and evil. Mm-hmm. But you're showing the people that work for the Empire and, like, they're not necessarily...
They're not robots.
Evil. They have, like, these, like... It's like their career. Like, she's just trying to move up in the world.
You can see
and do what's right.
That the propaganda or, like, the brainwashing has had an effect on them, but they're still people. So they still have to find a way to justify their actions for themselves. Yeah. Even though the Empire said, this is what you're supposed to do. They give you a very, very balanced perspective on everything because nobody themselves see themselves as the villain, as the monster. But from each other's perspective, they're both the monster. It's very good, like, it has that arcane quality and a little bit of that House of Dragon quality. It's just not as much sex and murder as House of the Dragon, but it just, especially like Arcane, especially like it just gives you every single perspective, and it's just even when I thought we might have been through with Karn and like his story, but the fact that they're giving us much more and like how they set up Harlow and let us know Uncle Harlow is a very interesting character without saying he's a pretty interesting character or without Karn saying he's a dickhead. You can tell Karn thinks his uncle's a dickhead without them overtly saying it. Like, it's just little things, subtle things like that makes this show very,
it's
very watchable.
Very good storytelling.
Yeah.
Very good
very careful, very patient storytelling. Yeah. We very much like it. No, it has none of the big moments, which I'm sure next episode when they're doing the mission's gonna have a few big.
Well, the next episode's definitely the mission, but the pacing is good. They had one setup episode. You can tell the next one has to be the mission. It's leading right into it. Or we better not have no Rings of Power ass. We're gonna have a second episode of setup that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
like so like that's the thing. Every episode's been very methodical,
and this is the type of I think storytelling that 12 episodes affords you. Like when you have 12 episodes to tell your story, you can be a little bit more patient, give a little bit more moment.
That makes me excited for Daredevil.
Yeah, 18 episodes. Yeah, you're gonna get.
I'll take 18 45-minute episodes. This is what they're gonna be like.
Right, exactly.
But they've been giving us 6 at 45-minute episodes.
45 minutes, 6 episodes. Just like it's a movie, but it's in an awkward position where it's longer than a movie. So it's like some things they don't need in there. It's like if you're gonna make a movie, take out all the extra stuff that we don't necessarily need. But sometimes it's just not about the time. It's what they do with their time. Like they just make the most of every scene. Like,
yeah, but like it's like you said though, 12 episodes affords it because this is episode what 5?
Yeah.
So we would be one more episode in, we'd be done with the Marvel show.
Exactly. It'd be over. Like the basically, I guess the penultimate moment would be them breaking into that base, and then that would be it. But we wouldn't get to see really what happens with Karn or what happens with the Imperial lady, because there's all these different competing storylines, and they're in separate places. But you can see how every moment is affecting each character.
I don't think I would call them competing. I think they're very complementary.
Yeah, complementary.
There's a good difference in all these storylines. There's a good pace. It doesn't feel like it's jumping around.
Right.
Whereas when you watch,
because everything is connected.
Right. It feels very natural, and they, like you said, because they're purposeful with their scenes, they don't need to spend 10 minutes with the lady in the Imperial Army, the officer. They just got to show a couple scenes of her. Very strategically, they show, okay, she's still investigating, but they show her character development, and they show, they have that interaction between her and her assistant, where the assistant kind of has to reinforce, yes, you're doing the right thing. Like, and they do it very quickly, and we move on.
You can tell he's like her subordinate right underneath her, and the dynamic, it's like almost like a parallel between Karn and his subordinate, the guy that was very gung-ho about going and trying to get Andor, their dynamic versus her and her assistant's dynamic, and how like there's a much healthier respect in, like, as opposed to, you could tell the one guy for Karn was more of a brown noser who just wanted to show his worth, but actually was very skilled. You can see both people are competent in the relationship.
They have an actual relationship there.
It's more, they actually kind of know each other and respect each other, whereas Karn just sees him as, okay, this guy can help me. But yeah, they don't, the storylines are all connected in ways. Like, for instance, in Rings of Power, I would consider them more competing storylines.
Very competing, yeah.
Because of the Harfoots and the Elf and the Dwarves together. But here, everything is connected to where, okay, she's focused on something, like as far as that
that's the thing. That's
equipment.
That's what it says. No, everything's connected. Yeah. So all the storylines come back to the moment on that first planet.
Exactly, on that first planet.
The Imperials are investigating.
And one thing leads to
Karn
another.
is feeling the consequences of his poor leadership and actions.
The lady
Andor is on the run. The guy in the museum, I always forget his name. Luthen. He's sitting there stressing out.
And Mon Mothma knows him, who knows Andor, who's met with Karn, who's Karn.
So like
there's
a clear connection. Like you can trace back a connection where other shows like Rings of Power is kind of missing back that connection. Yeah, like you can't trace it. Yeah, I'm assuming eventually one day.
And you're wondering like how it all ties together.
Something that's also superb about just the storytelling, what makes it so good, is the dialogue. Nothing has felt clunky yet.
Right.
Nobody has said something that's kind of taken me out of the immersion and like,
there's no wasted words.
Oh, this is weird. What does she mean by that? No, none of that. Everything is very, very good.
If someone were to say in this show, if there was someone who like talked too much or used too many words to describe what's going on, it would be something that's like a part of their character. They would make it a part of that person's specific character.
Like the guy with the manifest that he's writing.
Right, exactly.
But he's more of a nerdier,
you can tell.
Political person that has a lot of opinions and so he's got a lot to say.
Mm-hmm. And you can see how the other guy reacts to him, that he talks about this stuff a lot.
All the goddamn time. Yeah. The character interactions, the dialogue, and I think the pacing of this show are what really stand out for me, because I wish more creative mediums, TV, movie, film, would take the pacing that the show has.
Right.
Those first 3 episodes were phenomenal, and they were phenomenal because of how they set it up.
And I think some shows, they're just impatient, and they feel like, oh, well, if we don't have the big crazy moment right now, we're going to lose viewership, da-da-da-da-da. But that's how I feel like you can build a stronger fan base, a stronger connection with the characters if you take the time to have these character moments.
But also, afraid. Sometimes they're either impatient, so they go too quickly, and then they're afraid to, like the ones that go too slow, they're afraid to put in the big moments, right? Like they put too much setup into it.
Mm-hmm. There was a moment in the show where they ask Andor to confirm that he's going to follow the plan, and instead of saying, "I'm not the one you got to worry about. You got to worry about that guy," he just said, well, you're all good with me. And then they showed that guy and then took the focus and put it on him. And it's like, oh, okay. It lets you still saw it without them having to say it. And it's very good application of the show.
You know what
tell.
I really enjoyed in this episode?
What?
The interaction between Karn and his mother.
Right.
I was glued into those scenes because she was such a character.
Yeah, she's such a character.
Very
you can tell he loves her, but it definitely gets annoyed by her. As is a lot of situations with, parents and kids. And you could tell how there's literally sitting in the house. She's got on high heels. It just says something about like who she is as a character and how she values like the way she's presented at all times, and she wants to make sure her son, even if he's not good, she wants to make sure he looks good to the public. Like you could tell she cares a lot about like public perception, and she feels like Uncle Harlow can help him with that. But yeah, this show, every episode, very.
This is placed in those shows that we watch every week right now. This is like number 2 for me. So. Number 1 has to be
House of the Dragon. There's just so much crazy stuff going on, but it's not empty. Yeah. Like it's not just tragedy and shock for shock.
These two shows
value's sake.
It's like both. It's like it gives you that tragedy and shock, and it gives you that value. But it's
the
like
substance. Yeah,
is there substance with it? There's a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to check out the rest of our videos on our channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. We have some Star Wars Obi-Wan coming out every week. We got Game of Thrones coming out soon. We're probably gonna check out that Cyberpunk special on Netflix. Heard some good things about that. We might try and watch that soon. So we're trying to release videos every day. So be sure to check it out. Comment, tell us what you think about the video. Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No.
All right, that's a wrap.
Oh, wait.